Okay, so how do we place a number from the standard form, the standard numerical form that we're used to seeing, into scientific notation? It is a very simple process, and all scientific notation will have the same format. So here we have a standard form where we have a bunch of zeros and then we have the numbers 897. So we know that this 897 is extremely, extremely small. So whatever type of quantification it is extremely small and having lots of placeholders, okay? So we can simplify this number into scientific notation as we did over here, and you can see that this is the form that we're going to take when we take scientific notation. So we've cut out all these crazy zeros by placing it in scientific notation. You can see that our numbers match, and I've highlighted them green on the slide. The numbers match. It is still 897, and it's still in the 897 order. Now, what you'll notice is we've added a decimal, okay, and we've added a power of 10. So basically, the main point of that number there, our 897, is going to be our coefficient. All right, these are the important numbers in your measurement. Okay, so we're going to keep those. The times 10 is going to eliminate all of those zeros. All right, so basically that 10 base, all right, we're always going to use the base 10. Always, okay? That number will never change. It is going to be in every single scientific notation. All that is telling us is how many placeholders there are, okay? So that base 10 is going to be our placeholders so that we don't have to deal with all of those zeros and those zeros won't get lost. Our power is going to be how many places we moved the decimal. Okay, so notice there's a decimal here. And remember that decimal is like a placeholder, so we know if it's a big number or a small number. So what we do in your coefficient, you will always have a whole number, then a decimal, and then these are going to be the numbers after the whole number. Okay, as confusing as that sounds, it's very simple. So your number that goes in this place in the coefficient right here can only be a counting number. So numbers 1 through 9, okay? So to get that, our first number is my counting number. And in this case, it is the 8. So I am going to move my decimal so that 8 will go in this spot, okay? So we take this over here. Let me get a color. And I'm going to move the decimal. So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had to move it 8 times to get it to make the 8 by itself. Okay? All of these other numbers are going to come in after. So that's where I get the decimal 9, 7. Okay, now I moved it 8 times, so that 8 becomes my power. Okay, so that's how many places, how many times I moved that decimal. Okay, that's what that stands for. Now, you can either have a positive integer. All right, a positive integer is for a large number. A negative integer is for a small number. So this number is small. So I have a negative 8. Okay, if my decimal was on the opposite side of this and it was a large number, it would be a positive 8. But because we're dealing with a small number, it gets the negative. Okay, basically what I can tell you, if you move the decimal this way, it will be a negative. If I move the decimal to go this way, it would be a positive. Okay, so let's practice.